Y'all smell it. Y'all smell them shorts cooking. Now, come on. Hold up. I had to come in. I had to come in hot. Hey, y'all, got a video here for us of our boy Charles Payne. Coming fresh off the FOMC meeting. We got that 25 basis point hike, and the shorts are sizzling. But double check. Hey, tap in on this video. I got a few keynotes. This was going to be a little shorter one day. Let's get down to it. Yes, sir.
I want to start this show off with someone who has talked about this for years and years and years. The author of The Road to Ruin, The Death of Money, Aftermath, and the new Great Depression. Let's bring him in. Strategic Intelligence Editor Jim Rickards. Jim,
good title.
So this is J-POW 3.0. So supposedly laser focus on and fighting inflation. And it looks like, to Edward's point, maybe they tried to sprinkle some of that into the announcement. But do you think still they'll stay the course, fight inflation no matter what the cost?
Yeah, I do, Charles, and I actually said this to my newsletter readers the other day. I called 25 basis points. A lot of others did as well. But here's the point. J-POW has given 9 speeches, 8 or 9. I've actually lost count, going back to Jackson Hole, August 2022, all of the FOMC press conferences, a speech at Brookings, 2 days of congressional testimony. And he said the same thing every time.
Why?
Inflation
because
is
things
job
up in
one.
smoke.
If there's going to be a recession, too bad. If unemployment is going to go up, too bad. We are not going to stop until we're at a level, the so-called terminal rate, where inflation.
Guys, keynote on this. Y'all understand the Fed's imperative. Feds are shooting for inflation all. They're saying economy, banks, sorters, toast your strudels. They're stuck between a rock and hard spot, and Jerome has made it clearly evident that he's choosing to tackle inflation with rate hikes opposed to saving tails. Hey, sentiment. Just imagine how it feels over there. Here we go.
Will come down on its own. And by the way, one of the things out of the Fed statement today is that they're not done. I would expect that they'll raise again in May. Now, they didn't say that in so many words, but when you look at the dots and where they expect them to be, it's going to take a long time to get there. So they're going to keep raising rates. A lot of other bad things may happen, but they're determined to get inflation under control.
So, but doing that though, Jim, it seems to me that they're going to exacerbate this sort of boom bust cycle, right? In 1913, we were promised that we needed a central bank to smooth out the business cycle. No more boom bust, and it seems to me the pendulum.
Everybody catch this now, how we keep revolving around at 2008. Guys, this is worse than 2008. They're getting smoked from all angles. Like I said, all I know from 2008 is what I could look over. Obviously, I was a wee little boy then at that point. But at this point, I know that it's automatically worse than 2008 because there is no bailout money. We'll start off there. There is no bailout money. That we're at the debt ceiling. The economy is feeling it first before businesses. The people felt it first before the business started. You're having bank runs. This is totally different. This is worse. This is 2008 2.0 that we're sitting in. But hold on, let's tap in.
The pendulum is swinging faster than ever.
Well, I agree with that completely. Look, the Fed is, since 1913, it's a series of blunders, booms and busts. But we had the boom. So now you have to have the bust if you want to get, inflation is really the key thing. And if it takes a bust, if it takes lower stock prices.
All right. Well, hopefully, Jim. Okay.
I lost you, Bob.
We're in the inflation business. We're not in the business of propping up stocks.
All right. Your shot, it went down for a minute. I'm glad it's back up. So I saw you exchange with Greg Ip of the Wall Street Journal talking about the dictums of Walter Bagehot, whom many, by the way, consider to be the father of modern theory of central banking and exchange control. So it's important for a lot of people what maybe, the precedent was set. And, you talked about the 3 things in the Bagehot dictum. It left one thing out. You made sure to bring it up to make sure that the Fed lends money to solvent institutions with good collateral. I mean, that's not what's happening right now, is it?
Complete opposite.
Well, you're right. And first of all, they're not necessarily lending at a high rate. I'm not sure they hit the second one because these rates are about as low as they can go. But with regard to the institutions, some of these institutions are insolvent. Now, the problem today, Charles, with instantaneous communication, you can go from solvent to insolvent almost overnight, but it's pretty good. The collateral's there. They do have government securities, but if they're 20, 30% underwater, it's not clear that the institution is solvent. So I don't think they're sticking strictly to Bagehot's dictum. But on the other hand, they've got to stop a global crisis. The crisis is already here, so they have to, even with temporary measures.
Hello. I don't know if you've been up under a rock, but the crisis is here. The Black Swan event is here. The awakening is here. The greatest generational transfer is here. XRP, Tesla, Cardano, not CBDC. Guys, this is the movement. Money's tight, is getting tighter. That's what happened today. Money's tight, is getting tighter.
Measures, they have to get it under control.
Jim, hold on 1 second. I'm going to go back to D.C., back to the Federal Reserve. Edward Lawrence has more for us. Edward.
Yeah, Charles, I want to get your take on this. As to your point, that Fed chairman trying to have it both ways here. They added the sentence again. The sentence says the committee will closely monitor incoming information and assess the implications for monetary policy. That could be a nod to maybe a pause going forward. But then the next sentence after that says the committee anticipates that some additional policy firming may be appropriate in order to attain a stance of monetary policy that's sufficient. That could be the one more rate hike we're looking at for this year. So they've sort of opened the door for the next meeting, seeing to which way they could go. Charles?
Thanks a lot, Edward. Jim, let me bring you back in. All right, so you're saying, listen, they must stick with their primary mandate, crushing inflation, perhaps at any cost. But this dot plot's also suggesting a bunch of rate cuts this year, next year into 2025, and inflation coming down at the same time. So it seems like at least maybe they can see the finish line.
Well, I'll share this with your viewers. I've spoken to Fed insiders, and without mentioning names, at the highest level, kind of, one door down from J-POW. They said they think the dots are kind of a joke. They wish they never started them, but they can't find a way out of them. So it's good for, analysts and Wall Street media and all the rest, but they don't take them that seriously. It's just 14 guesses. But with regard to, what your report said from the Fed meeting, remember, there are two kinds of tightening going on.
Don't go by the charts.
Reducing the balance sheet, which they've been doing all along, and then raising rate hikes. Well, raising rates. Quantitative tightening is out the door because of this bank lending program.
Right.
They've invited every bank in the United States to send them $1 trillion of bonds, and they'll pay for them at par with newly printed money. So that's going to be quantitative easing. So they're easing on the balance sheet side and tightening on the rate side at the same time. So this is a finesse. They are trying to have it both ways, but that means more rate hikes if they're going to be easing.
Guys, he just broke it down. There is no way around this. You're giving banks bailouts that need to be smoked, but you can't let it smoke because it'll smoke the economy. The economy's already getting smoked due to inflation. Inflation's running away as the economy gets smoked. There is no, so do you think, I see in 2024 and 2025, well, first off, that ain't got nothing to do with where we are right now. And secondly, how could that occur if you're not doing one of more and less of the other? We raising hikes up while giving more money out and trying to raise the debt ceiling. Seems kind of counterintuitive, but hey, J-POW, you got it, brother. All I want is my money. All right, hold up.
On the balance sheet side.
But it seems sort of contradictory as well. We'll see. We're definitely going to learn more in about 25 minutes. Love having your expertise at the top.
All right, that's the end of that, guys. Hey, let me tap in here with just a couple keynotes today. As I mentioned, guys, the FOMC meeting is a 25 basis point hike, which, like I said, I was just hoping that he didn't come in and curb up and smoke over like a child and give him zero and hope. But he couldn't because that inflation is not, we're getting under control. Inflation is running away right now. Guys, they just slowly unravel the curtains to us with whoa, we didn't know it was going down like this. Every time there's it comes out hotter than expected. They sit up there knowing the numbers before they come out. That's not a magical thing to them. They already know, which already lets you know they're not about to let you know until the last moment what's going on. And then if that's the case, to hell, who knows if you're showing the whole, it's this much for this quarter. All right, where do we end at the end of the year? But nonetheless, let's come through here. Guys, just keynotes. As everybody saw today, GME is up over 40%. This is partly due to the fact that the earning report came back and the business model is increasing its sales. This is the first quarterly profit in 2 years. Hey, baby, that beast is waking up. The OG, the original. Now, don't forget who started all this. That original's waking up. AMC was a sympathy play that went wild and grew its own legs. Do not forget that now. Let's stand back up here. It says, I asked this question, guys, just like I said, I know the soccer's just now starting, but we're in a tournament and everybody needs to start focusing in on these points. What are y'all's maneuvers? AMC squeeze, or as the AMC squeeze happens, where y'all moving to next? I believe ASC and GME are gonna have its movements around the same time. GME is gonna pull us. But I just keep in mind, guys, don't forget BBBY. Don't forget that, hey, there are monsters still in the water that we need to come back through. And after you're collecting your money from these, come back and squash through and grab some more cash. BBBY, COSM played us. GTI, all of our retail plays, swing through, spin the block. This is our time. Y'all wanted hedge funds on the heels. You wanted banks on the heels, shorters on the heels. We have them on their heels right now. They are on their heels getting destroyed by hikes. Out here, please, can you hold? 25-point basis hike. What I said, 25 point. Cook them up. Come back down here. And it looks like like I said, Jerome Powell spoke today, and he says there are future hikes coming in this year. So that already puts more sentiment on their back. Come back down through here. Last keynotes, guys. SI short interest is at 22%, and the cost to borrow is up from 170 on Friday up to a whopping. Was it Friday or Monday? Up to a whopping 215%, with the cost to borrow average being 360%. They paying 200 to 300% to 400% right now on these on borrowing these shares, with no money, with interest rates getting higher, with an economy falling. Can somebody turn me up? Hey, is this not what we wanted? Come on now. Hey, shorts in trouble. Shorts in trouble. Like I've been calling it. Shorts in trouble. That's it. Hey, appreciate y'all boys stopping through. If you enjoyed the content, hey, do not forget to give me a subscription. That means the world to me. It means the world. Hey, and like I said, all the support. Hey, guys, I love y'all. Hey, I love y'all. I love retail. Hey, I love the comments. I love the banter, the back and forth. Hey, this is a special thing that is happening, and also that we're building over here, not only with the retail sector, but my channel as well. I've noticed that once I leave outside, there's not too many people that are aware, or what they would call woke, right? But just aware of what's going on, to where you can even have these discussions about what's going on, interest rates, falls, cryptos, things like that. Guys, we're a movement of people that are like-minded, and this is kind of like become our own thing, because it's not the same. You can't just, the regular conversations bore me at this point. So I appreciate y'all for giving me the opportunity to express myself, and I appreciate y'all coming through and expressing yourself through the comments. Hey, we'll have another banger coming. It's only gonna get better and better, but I smell something on the horizon, and it smells pretty good. It smells like bacon, baby. All right, baby. Y'all be safe.